Hi, this is Laura from LiveVisions.com, and I wanted to just talk to you. This is a Know Your Worth video. You have a right to be loved. You have a right to be heard. You have a right to be validated. You have a right to have somebody in your life who spends their time, their energy in you, and possibly their money if they have it, right? You have a right to have your feelings reciprocated. You have a right to be respected. And you have a right to be cherished and loved. And I know, especially as females, as children, a lot of females are taught at a young age to be appeasing, to be accepting, to be compassionate. We learn oh, it's okay. It was only this time. It'll be better next time, right? Let's not make a scene, shall we? Right? Or what else have little girls learned? You know, try, it'll all work out. It'll all get better. You're always taught to not so much stand up for yourself, but to kind of do whatever you can to smooth things over, to not make it a mountain out of a molehill, or to not make the environment hostile, right? So women are always, a lot of girls are taught at a young age to, okay, let's just kind of make it better. Let's make it better. Let's make it better. Whatever happened, whatever crazy thing happened, let's just make it better. Okay. And I'll be honest, your job is not always to make it better. And this is a thing that we're ingraining in kids, that I think that we need to teach them, that if it's not healthy, if it's not conducive of a healthy environment, then it's okay to say it's not better, and it's okay to walk away. It's okay to say, you know what? It's not okay for me. Right? And as children, we're teaching women to be appeasing and to be, oh, that's okay. It'll be fine. Just go with the flow. And maybe that's because a lot of girls, maybe they saw that growing up, or, back then you wanted just to keep marriages together. And I get that, working hard on your marriage. And but there's certain things that I feel women need to know are deal breakers for any woman. Anybody who is physically, hurting you. I don't care if he slapped you in the face once or hit you once. It'll be better. It was just that one time he was drinking too much or whatever. I don't know. Don't give him another chance. Nobody has a right to disrespect your physical space, your body, right? Or your children. Nobody has the right to physically harm or hurt your children. Nobody has the right to sexually hurt you. If you say no, I don't care if you're married or not married. No is no. So if you're saying no, this isn't happening, or I'm not in the mood, or I'm not feeling well, that should be respected. And if it's not, that's a deal breaker. That's somebody who is not respecting your health, your personal space, your dignity. No. Know your worth. You are worth more. Know your value. And I know that some people, women, get caught up with the package of a person, like, well, he is just everything that I wanted. And he, tall, dark, handsome. He's everything that I wanted in a man, right? He looks so cute and his teeth are perfect and his smile is beautiful. Yeah, but what's on the inside? Did you ever hear the saying, beauty fades, dumb is forever? So what is on the inside? Does this person love and cherish you? Do you know that do you feel that when you're around this person has your back? You're not feeling good, this person's on your team saying, hey, what can I do to make your day better? What do you need from me? Right? So, and you need to be their cheerleader too. But if this person is disrespecting you in a way, or disrespecting you even in front of your children, physically harming you in front of your kids. And now I'm going to tell you, a lot of women, have violence in their house, where somebody is physically hurting them, slapping them around, and their kids are seeing this. And I'm telling you, you think, well, as long as he's not hurting the kids, I'll take a few knocks on the head, because, I just don't want them to, it's affecting them. They're going to grow up thinking that it's okay for a man to hit a woman. And you don't want, if you have sons, you don't want them to think, this is what I grew up with. This is what I knew. This is what I learned. That my dad, if my mom got out of line, he felt it was okay to knock her around a bit. Or if it's a girl, it's okay when a man hits you like that sometimes. No, it is not. So if you stay in it, it's kind of like telling the universe, give me more. It's okay. I'm accepting this. And next time, that knock in the head or whatever it is could get worse. Don't give them the opportunity. Maya Angelou said, when people show you who they are, believe them. And this is true. I talked to so many people a few years ago about abuse. There was a lot of people that contacted me, and I was talking to them about abuse that happens. Some of it is sexual abuse. And a lot of people say that I was a kid and I wasn't believed either. I wasn't believed back then. I told my mom, and I wasn't believed. And I'm going to tell you firsthand, we live in a system where the system does not protect kids. I'm sorry. They don't. They don't protect kids. A child could actually say, this happened to me. And it's like, judge is like, I'm not sure I believe it. I've seen it. I'm just telling you. But as a parent, it's important for you to believe the child. Don't push it under the rug. Validate at least the kid what they're telling you. And not make them feel like, I've had clients tell me, as a kid, my mom loved my dad so much, or loved my stepdad so much, that it was like, okay, honey, well, I don't know what she said that she was told. I remember this one client in particular was telling me, my mom did not believe me. She goes, I remember being young and telling her exactly what happened. And she loved my stepdad so much. And she said she didn't want to talk about it anymore. Like, how does it, like, in the spirit of a child, could you imagine telling your mom something so horrible every time she was at work was happening to you, and then her not believing you and saying, I don't want to talk about it anymore? And these women grow up, overly sexualized as kids, right? And so they're equating sex with love all the time, and it's not. Falling in love with the wrong types of attention, right? And it's important to validate your children's feelings. It amazes me. We go to school and you learn math, science, all this other shit, when the most important thing is your fucking relationship. Excuse my French, right? It's how to have a healthy marriage so your children can see how to grow up normal. I think that these things should be taught in school. How to recognize a narcissist, how to recognize somebody who's, not there for good reasons, or somebody who's abusive. Knowing that these things are not okay. And I think that, what happens in your lifetime, as children, whatever happens in your lifetime to you as a child, at least you could have a class and say, oh, I recognize this. Oh, yeah, I grew up that way. Yeah, it is wrong. Wow, no wonder it made me feel this way as a kid. And whether you're a boy or girl who had that happening in your childhood, at least you could have a teacher say, no, this is the right way to be. This is the wrong way, right? And we're all, again, this is the Earth School, right? We're all learning to be better, do better, and be better. But I'm telling you, know your worth, know your value. You are worth love. You are worth compassion. You are worth somebody putting their time, their energy, and possibly their money into you and investing in you, growing with you in love. not in manipulation, not in power struggles or power plays, not in, not narcissistic abuse, not in it's all about me, not about the we. No more one-way street signs. My way. No. If this person is not a team player, I'm telling you, a lot of this happens as children, as young kids, learning to compromise, learning, if I don't get my way, do I lash out? Do I have a freaking fit? Right? Sometimes you could be with a partner, and this is also an issue, who was never told no as a child. That's an issue. So this way, when you say no, validate what I'm feeling. No, I want my way. I'm gonna get my way. That's a problem. Anyway, my point in doing this video is know your worth, know your value, and don't let anybody stay in your head. Nobody pays rent in your head. Nobody pays rent in your head. They're taking up space in your mind, thinking, ruminating thoughts. And it's funny, I have so many people who are with a partner who doesn't treat them right. And is he coming back? Is he going to come back? Is he going to be in my life? Is he going to come back? And thinking, well, if he looked any other way, if his physical appearance was different, would you really want him back? What is he offering you? What is he doing for you? He's not treating you okay. And I think part of the thing with dating is acceptance. Acceptance with, ladies, I'm going to give you an exercise and just see if you can do this. If somebody likes you and they're really, really into you, you know it. You know if they're really into you. You know it. Right? But when they're not into you and they're leaving you in wonderment, shut off that little switch in your head that says, we're always wanting to be like the little girl that gets picked. Oh, pick me, pick me, pick me. Oh, you like me more. Oh, do you think I'm more beautiful than her? Oh, pick me, pick. Don't do that. No, because we all work on vibration and a spiritual level, right? So when you're pick me, pick me, pick me, the person is not really looking at you. Honestly, it's when you walk away. Because we're all have umbilical cords to the people, are soul ties to people, right? When you walk away, they feel the tug on their end. Shift your energy. Fake it till you make it if you have to. But I'm going to tell you this. Practice this little exercise of acceptance. One person used the word radical acceptance. So I would say, radical acceptance. Accepting that really quickly. Okay, this person isn't into me. This person is treating me like an option instead of a priority. I'm going to move on. I am not going to look in the rearview mirror again. If they don't want to be in my present or my future, then I'm not looking back. If they're showing me that I'm not a priority, I'm an option, I'm not going to look back. Rip the rearview mirror off. And if they come back to you and say, hey, how you doing? And it's like a month or two later, say, I moved on. See, nobody can disappoint you if you're very practical in your thinking and thinking, okay, I am not going to stick around for someone who makes me a priority instead of an option. So if they're not that into me, oh, I hope they come back. Are they going to come back? Are they going to call? Are they, ooh, pick me. No. You just make that decision. And here's another issue I found. God did not create women to chase. God created women to be the nesters, right? Men are hunters. So stop switching your role. You were not incarnated to hunt. You're nesters, right? So my thing is fluff your nest, do whatever you're going to do, but don't chase a guy. If he wants you bad enough, trust me, a man is built and is incarnated to hunt and get what he wants, right? If he really, really wants you, he will make a way to get you, right? And this way, when you practice radical acceptance, you're moving away from the people who keep you stuck, who keep you confused. And you're paving the way for the person who really, really wants you and makes you a priority. So you're getting out your broom and dusting off and saying, okay, keep going, keep going, keep going. Because if somebody's not making you a priority and they're only making you an option, why are you prioritizing them? And why are you allowing them to pay to spend time in your head? They don't pay rent in your head, right? Don't allow them to be there. And if they see you at some place and time and all of a sudden it says, how you doing? Oh, I haven't seen you in forever. How are you? Or I mean, you could say hi, but if they want, hey, how about we go out? Well, let's not say we did. You had your chance. I wasn't a priority, and I'm making my space for a person who treats me as a priority. And move on. This way, there's no disappointment. There's no waiting and wasting your time. And I'm telling you, I'm going to tell you firsthand experience. Your 30s goes by, 30s and 40s. I'm telling you, it goes by like a blink of an eye. It goes by so freaking fast, especially if you have kids. Time just flies. So I'm telling you, don't give your time and energy to someone who's not given to you. Because give your time and energy to somebody who really, really loves you, values you, and appreciates you. And then you're going to be in something happy and worthwhile. Don't allow yourself to be hurt or abused just because you like the outer package. I always ask women, why do you put up with the shit? Why? Well, I know deep down he loves me. Do really? But he doesn't know how to love you properly. And maybe I understand hurt people. But sometimes, do you really want to spend good childbearing years on the lessons that somebody needs to learn and you to be going through all the abuse when you could be happy and it's something reciprocal? Think about that. Maybe I wanted you to practice and see if you can do it, radical acceptance. I'm just going to radically accept that this person is not into me or this person is not loving me the way that I deserve to be loved. And I'm just going to push that little switch and move on. And I'm going to allow room in my life for somebody who does. Because you know your worth, you know your value. And I'm telling you, the way the universe works, when you say no to somebody, universe says, okay, she's asking for something else. She knows what she wants. She's asking for this other thing. You know? Then somebody will come in that values you. It's okay to know your worth. It's okay to know your value. Don't settle. All right? So anyway, and I know a lot of people don't want to be alone. They're willing to settle because they're like, well, I don't want to be by myself. And I get that. But you'd rather be treated like, I have Mars and Aquarius conjunct Jupiter. I would really rather be alone than deal with somebody treating me less than. I'm like, get out my space. Get out of my space. Do not disrespect me in my own home, or do not disrespect me physically, emotionally, nothing. Goodbye. Right? And I've been there. I was on the treadmill once in my life. Well, pick me. I've done it too. But, it's so funny. They say that, kind of like looks are wasted on the youth, because when you're young, you're not as smart, but you have your looks, right? And when you're older, you're smarter, but you don't look the same, right? But I'm telling you, they say that, looks are wasted a little bit on the youth. Yeah. But anyway, you live longer, more. And this will help this video. I hope it saves you some time and energy. And also ladies, if you notice that you're attracting unavailable men, physically unavailable, emotionally unavailable, look to see in your astrology chart, do you have Saturn retrograde? Because if you do, there's could be either something was not validated in you as a child when you were young from a mom or a parent or probably a father, and you tend to go with unavailable types, and maybe your dad wasn't available emotionally or physically, or maybe somebody dated married people and maybe you're dating married guys, or just men who are not there for you. Look inside, and I know follow me here. What is it about you that's not available? What is it about you? Are you just more comfortable having detached relationships, or are detached relationships just what you saw growing up? If so, and I'm telling you, have you ever had a man who was available emotionally and physically, and for some reason, when things got really, really close, you pushed him away? You said, oh my gosh. And then you asked the person, well, why did you push them away? They were like, I don't know. I'm not sure why I pushed them away. I just did. Because it felt uncomfortable. You have to relearn comfortability, because we could sabotage relationships, that are there fully emotionally or physically, emotionally there for you, and not understand why we sabotage them. Some women cheat on the guy. Some women, and I say, well, what did you do that for? I don't know. And I'm like, have you always dated unavailable types? Sort of, yeah. Like, yeah. So pay attention to this. And even if you don't know your astrology, think about what I'm telling you. What is it about you that's unavailable? You feel really uncomfortable having a guy with you all the time? Look at it. See what it is about you that feels more comfortable. And maybe you just have more Aquarius in your chart. Again, even if you don't know your chart, maybe you need a relationship that allows you to have a certain amount of space and their space, right? But to be able, but also the thing is to be faithful to the other person and be honest, without hurting the other person. So anyway, that's my spiel. I hope this helps you understanding, know your worth and your value. And I don't know why they don't teach healthy relationships in school. Like, is it okay if a person talks to you this way? Also, allowing someone to disrespect you in your own home or in front of your children. Hell no. No. You're teaching your kid that it's okay for a person to speak to them. If it's a girl, oh yeah, a man could come into your life, totally disrespect you, and it's okay. If it's a boy, oh, it's okay to talk to a woman this way when you get older. No. Hell no. You need to let them know it's not okay. And if this is your husband and it's not so easy just to, it's not like it's a guest in your house, it's time to leave. Somebody disrespecting you, calling out your name or whatever it is in front of a child, especially. No, no, and no. Know your worth. You're worth more. And if this is a woman doing this to a man, it happens the opposite way too. Know your worth. Don't stick around because she's beautiful. She's gorgeous. But she treats you like crap. Or she's just there for your wallet. That happens too. Know your worth. Know your value. If somebody leaves you in wonderment, they're not the person for you. Just hang. Anyway, hope this video is helpful. Bye-bye.